Hello and welcome to the channel, everybody. In this video I want to do a video that I probably should have done at least 6 months ago. So back in February I did a video, HTC Vive Cosmos Elite for Sim Racing 2023, and what that video was kind of about is I had a Cosmos and I kind of made it an Elite to see if it was better and kind of modify it to make it better for sim racing, because I found external tracking was better for sim racing in my opinion. But I wanted to keep modifying the Cosmos and make it even better for sim racing. One of the small issues I had with the Cosmos is the Fresnel lenses. It wasn't great visual quality except for a small little sweet spot. I had a lot of eye strain, and yeah, I didn't like the lenses compared to other VR headsets I've used in the past. So I went looking for other mods to fix that issue. Now, I said that I was going to do a video on this in this video that you see here. However, I never got around to it. I did plan. Things got in the way. I had to stop making videos for a little bit. I had a comment the other day and they were asking me about the video that I never made, and I said, I'm on it, man. I'm on it. And anyway, I wanted to do this video as a bit of a lens changeover review video of the Gear VR mod V3.3 on a Vive Cosmos. Now, I'm not going to do a how-to video on how to do this mod. There's plenty of videos out there for that. But I'll give you a quick rundown. Now, to do this mod, what I did was I went on to Facebook Marketplace and bought this Samsung Gear VR with Vive controller in what's effectively new condition, because who the hell uses this? Nobody. Peasants. Like, I didn't even bother trying it because I'm not a peasant. How many people did I just offend? Peasants! So this is the Samsung Gear VR for peasants. Comes with a little remote. Normally, you put your phone in there. Normally, it's got some lenses in there too. Can you see those little, like the little notches in there? And you'll see another notch about there as well. That is the little notches that hold the lenses in. I just got a little pick tool actually, and I just went and pushed in those little notches and the lenses just fell out. I'm not saying do that, but that's how I did it. Wreck your stuff in your own discretion. As I said, this is not a how-to. After that, I then went on to Thingiverse and I got Gear VR to Vive lens adapter by Groden VR from back in March 2018. However, there is different versions of this. There is what's current is 3.3 and version 4. Now 3.3 is apparently good for the original HTC Vive, like this one here, although I have not tried it in that one. This still runs the old Fresnel lenses in here, but I've never used that. I downloaded adapter V3.3 pair and I printed that. I snapped in the lenses. I just pulled out the other ones with a screwdriver out of my Cosmos. No, I think I used a pick tool actually. I used my little pick tool and I just picked the old lenses out of the Cosmos. and then press the new lenses in. V3.3 for Cosmos is a bit of a weird thing. Some people are using V3.3 for Cosmos, some people are using V4 for Cosmos, and all the pro users are using V4 for their pros. But the Cosmos one is... I'm going to do version 4 for the Cosmos as well, just to see the difference myself. But the experience I have had with the Cosmos on version 3.3 is initially I noticed that there is barrel distortion. Now you can see here they talk about there is some barrel distortion. You need to change the pre-lens distortion parameters, which are stored in the JSON file, blah, blah, blah. Again, not a how-to video. Because the lenses are a bulbous-like shape, they do look at the screen a little bit differently and pretty much create everything on the screen to be a little bit more plump, I guess you could say. Now, if you're doing this for sim racing, I don't think this is as big of an issue. I haven't found it to be a big issue in sim racing, but it is there. If you notice that the picture is a little off, that's why. If you notice cars look a little bit more like they've gone to the gym a bit, that's why. Should you probably fix it? Yes. I personally have not. As I said, it's not a big issue for me in sim racing. I think if you're doing FPS and you're looking at buildings and these square buildings are looking a little bit plump, then maybe it's a bit more of an issue. For sim racing, I don't think it is as much of a thing. Now, some of the other issues I did have that annoyed me a bit more than the distortion was, at least in my case, in my lenses, in the way that I've put them in anyway, in the very corners of the screen, I can see a little bit, this little tiny millimeter or so of the edge of the screen. If you're really kind of looking cross-eyed and looking in it, and you're really looking for it, you can see it. Obviously, when you're racing, you don't see it because you're looking straight ahead, and it's not as much of an obvious thing. But I can see a little bit of the edge of the screen there. I am going to try version 4 because I do potentially want to get rid of that. But not as much as I want to get rid of whatever the hell is going on with my IPD. When I first put them on, I'm like, this is blurry AF, man. And so I'm screwing the little knob. Anyone that has a dirty mind like me, I'm not going to get into it. And I was changing my IPD from like 68 until like 72, and then back down again to like 63, and then back up to like 66 or whatever. And I just found it very blurry. And then eventually, maybe 69 or something was right for me. And then the next day, I come back, I put the VR headset on, and it's like, the hell, man? It's blurry again. And I check the IPD, it's 69 again. My favorite IPD, and it's just blurry. And then I screw it back to like 63, 62. Then I go back up. And I come back down. And maybe today, 63, it looks right. It's really weird. Does anybody else have this issue? If you've tried this, let me know down in the comments below. Do you have this same issue? It's kind of weird. My IPD changes by the day. But I don't think it's my IPD. When I use any other VR headset, it's not an issue. But this headset, with these lenses, yeah, I don't know, man. That's probably my biggest issue with the Vive Cosmos Elite Gear VR kind of mod. I find I don't get as much eye strain with the Gear VR mod, but I will say, because, and this is probably part of the barrel distortion that I haven't fixed, when I take my headset off, I look around the room and everything's a bit askew. Like, it's like, I don't know if my eyes somehow compensate for the distortion. Now I take off my headset and I'm like, everything's a little distorted. I don't get this with other headsets. I didn't get it with the Vive Cosmos with the original lenses, but I do get it with the Gear VR lens mod. Again, I do think this is because I haven't corrected the distortion. But I'm going to try version 4, and then I will probably change the distortion for whatever one I'm happy with. Because if I used it on 4 and then... I'm going to have to change all the distortion levels. So I haven't managed to figure out between version 4 and 3.3 at this stage. I have to print version 4 and give that a shot. So maybe stay tuned for another 6 months and I might get back to you on that. No, probably less. Maybe. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, everybody. Hit that like button if you liked it. Subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next video.